And one of my decisions was to go to Europe. And because in Europe, voluntary use of euthanasia is legal.
Euthanasia, isn't that put you to sleep? Oh, okay.
So here we are at episode 8, and there's a lot to share with you in this episode. You're going to see exactly what it was like for me to share with my people in my circle, some of the people in my circle, what I was going through, and get some of their reactions. Also, you'll be able to see exactly step by step the different things I had to do, the actions I had to take in order for me to come out from where I was in my suicide fog to get to where I am today. There's a lot of content here, and I'm really excited for you guys to continue following my journey to episode 9 weeks, and then my finale, episode 10 cows. I'm so grateful for all of you guys who have been supporting me, who have been messaging me, who have been praying for me, who have been taking notes for yourself, who have been taking it off the table for yourself, who have been working on yourself to do the research on yourself. I'm really, really proud of you guys. And I hope that you feel that when I say that to you, because I know firsthand exactly how difficult it is. And I know what it feels like to make so many mistakes and have to go back, research your mistakes, undo everything, untie everything, untangle everything so that you can have a happier life. So go ahead and keep on watching. Thank you so much for your support. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. I remember sitting in a car, that song Before You Go came on. And I said, this song is so ridiculous. This song is all, oh, before you go, I wish I would have known. Oh, I wish I would have tried. Oh, I wish that I could have done something to... No. I said, that's not true. I said, I don't believe that. I believe people know that you're struggling and they still don't show up for you. I believe that this is just a song that the thing people say, the thing people do, because after the fact, you're gone, you've killed yourself, and now people feel guilty. Oh, I wish I would have done something. That's just what people say. That's what I really, truly believe. I believe when you are in it, when you're going through something, I don't believe that people show up for you in the way that you need them to. I believe that people do the best that they can for themselves. People are only capable of being there for you only so much, only as far as they're willing to go. The guy didn't believe me. He couldn't believe what I was saying. But I said, no, I don't believe that song at all. I think that's just a nice song that people are singing to say, oh, I feel bad, you killed yourself. But no, I don't believe that they would have tried to do something to make your heart beat better. I don't believe that at all. I got on Big Brother. I got back with my ex. I got knocked up by my ex. I got a new cat. Those were all the top reasons that people thought I was asking to meet with them when I said I had something to tell them. Those were the reasons that they thought I was calling them. Maybe you're one of those people who just don't know what to say when somebody tells you that they're going through something serious. Maybe you're somebody who sounds like this.
Sometimes I just feel worthless. Like everything's my fault. But then my dad told me.
Just smile more.
I was under incredible stress. Couldn't sleep. Constant headaches. Told my friend and he said, you should take up golf.
Depression can be a really tough thing to go through. Fortunately, people always have a lot of ideas how to help you through.
You just gotta snap out of it.
You have so much to be happy for.
Fake it till it feels normal.
Cheer up.
It's all in your head.
It's because you're a Leo.
Think about all the people that have it worse than you.
I know exactly why I didn't want to tell anyone. It was for that exact reason. When I did end up in that fog, I did tell 3 people. One person didn't care at all. The other person sent me a card in the mail that said, you got this. And then I didn't hear from them again for weeks at a time because they were my best friend. I said, I need to talk to you. When you have free time, I need to talk to you because I'm really upset with you and I need to resolve this. Because when you have a relationship with somebody, you have to work things out. You have to be able to talk to them to work things out. And she said, yeah. We'll talk when I have some time. Yeah. I never heard from her again. Alicia was the only person who was there for me in the trenches when I was going through my fog. 1 out of 3, okay, maybe that's not so bad. But when you're rejected by 2 other people that are important to your life, you don't want to accept any more rejection in your life. So no, I didn't want to tell anybody else. There may have been time where I asked people to be there for me and then they don't show up. So why would I have wanted to share this big part of my life with them when I knew they weren't going to show up for me in a way that I needed to? When I did choose to share with more people, I did get somebody who said, yeah, everybody goes through this kind of stuff. You should just go to the gym and make more money. And then I was just so infuriated because that was one of the exact reasons that I didn't want to talk to people about this. Money doesn't motivate me. And yes, I'm cute and adorable, but being hot and getting fit and going to gym, that wasn't going to motivate me because I'm not motivated by those things. And it just totally validated why I didn't want to tell more people. So I did end up scheduling a meeting with what I call my fellas. These are my longest standing guy friends since I was about 20 years old, 19, 20. And this is what happened.
Long story short, since I was 13, I have had struggles with suicidal ideations. The fog has been, once I took it off the table, the fog has just kind of been lifting off of my shoulders. And for the first time ever, when I said I'm taking off the table, that's the first time I ever said it in my entire life. I've never, ever said that before. So I knew that I meant it. I have not had a feeling of loneliness at all. I have not had any weird feelings. I'm perfectly fine going to sleep alone. I've been perfectly fine waking up. I do listen to Christian music, whatever kind of music. I've noticed that every day something new's been added, which has been great and phenomenal. And I've been thanking God every day for it. I am in therapy. I have been in therapy for 2 months now. And I do have a life coach that I'm working with. And I've been working with her for about a month, a little bit over a month now. And those things are going really, really great. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I left out. That is everything that I have for now. Do you guys have any questions?
If you ever need somebody to talk to, I speak for myself, but I know the other 3 feel the exact same way. Hit us up. You're a family. And not the family like you're our cousin that, we see on Thanksgiving and we don't really like. We care about you and we want the 100% best for you.
Second that. We give you a ride to the airport at 3 in the morning if you call up, that kind of friendship.
Chris will give you a ride to the airport.
What airport? Depends what airport.
At 3 in the morning.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Because
if it's Miami. If it's Miami.
No, I don't take Miami airports. I only use Fort Lauderdale. I don't do Miami.
That's pretty heavy. Well, thank you for sharing. That's pretty heavy, man. You guys may have known some of this, but I didn't. So I'm glad to hear you're on the other side of it, in the sense that you have a direction that you're going and you're working towards something that will allow you to be able to maybe encourage other people. That's going to help you too as well. So I'm glad to hear that you have a plan.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I do want to apologize to Tim. When you were offering to take me to the gun range, my motives weren't necessarily pure for fun. It was more out of curiosity. And that was unkind. And that would have not been okay for me to do. So I apologize for that. And I hope you will forgive me for being such a hot little mess. No, I wouldn't have done anything there. I wouldn't have done anything there.
I don't think she meant that.
No. I mean, I wanted to go to the gun range to learn about guns, to see how it feels or what I think, or to see if that's something that I would have done if I was one of my, that's what I'm saying.
Herself.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have done it there in front of you.
Don't stress about that. I don't hold it against you. And you have a purpose. No one knows what your purpose is except for you and the guy or Bob.
We all lovingly joke that this is a safe space, but genuinely it is a safe space. But at the same time, stuff like this is always going to be difficult to even lead off on, to have a conversation about, simply because even though we know that we're going through some stuff, we may not know how much in detail we might be going through it. So I honor you, I salute you. For that, you already know we go far back, foolishness and all. So, you know, we here for you, all of us. It's always all hands on deck, regardless of the circumstance or the distance. We do what we can within the ability that God gives us, and we'll continue to do that.
I appreciate you saying that.
I guess I'll chime in to echo on Rod's point. Fortunately for all of us, we have each other, and we have people who we can be this open with, without fear of judgment or condescension or anything like that. You have everyone here, Tim, Rod, Chris, me, and that's just people on the call, right? And you know that you could be 100% yourself with all of us. And I think all of us have had conversations with one another where we've shared something, right? No one here is young. Everyone here is in their 30s.
Okay.
First
I mean, that was kind of a rough way to just insert that there. I'm just throwing it out. Like,
I'm 45, okay?
I mean, I feel like I'm 27, but okay. But I got you. Okay.
Yeah, real talk. You start talking about how you feel, you're not young anymore. Young people don't talk about how young they feel.
Okay. Got it. Noted. One of my biggest fears in life is being alone, dying, and then nobody finding me for a long period of time. And I'm sure that you guys can understand where I'm coming from with that. That was a very hard hit when we dealt with that loss in that manner. And it just kept that fear inside of me alive. Now I can say God is enough for me. God can keep me full. I'm honestly not scared of dying here and nobody finding me. Right now, I'm just focused on just this space of let me just be like super great and awesome, and then I'll worry about whatever else later. But right now, I just want to be super dope and awesome, me, just for me, and then that's it. And I feel really, really good about that. And I feel like at this time, because I know all that suffering, rather than trying to keep it hidden and not tell anybody, how much better and purposeful I feel that God's making it to me if I exploit the biggest thing that I'm the most scared of. So rather than keeping it a secret, I say, you know what? Yes, this is my problem. This is what I've dealt with in my life, but here's all the steps how I've been getting out of it. I gotta say, I really do appreciate you guys. And I know, like, even with Chris, like, I haven't talked to you in a while. Sometimes we don't talk for long whiles and stuff. But when I look over the course of, like, the years and stuff, and I think about, like, the guys that I respect the most, or the guys that kind of kept me, like, on a good track, these certain conversations that you had that kept me on point as far as wanting to be not just like a Christian girl, but to be like a lady for God. And because if I do something a little shiesty, Rod will be like, no ma'am, and those were things that really instilled a lot of value and integrity inside of me. And even though I couldn't display it all the time or feel it or even recognize it, even this past year, I just figured you guys are like the big brothers, my big church brothers. I feel more like you guys are closer to me based on what I've gotten out of our relationships over the years, on the kind of person that it makes me on the inside, that I know that I am, and the woman that I know I'm going to become. So I am grateful for you guys. Even you, Tim.
Even Tim. Man, damn. There's a spot on the roster for Tim. All right, now.
Now I know how Don Cheadle go.
And I just want to throw out there too, since we are connecting here, that we're willing, I'm speaking for myself, I guess, as well as you guys too, we're willing to do whatever we have to make sure you feel comfortable talking with us. So let you know that that's a thing.
I appreciate that very, very much.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my part right now. Just because I want you to feel comfortable.
I can't.
Wow.
What in the world is my life coming to right now? What is my life
How
right
much
now?
time you got left on this Zoom chat?
Telling other people may buy you another day, but it is not going to change anything until you decide to put in the work yourself and to research and to put in the effort to make the changes in your life, to help yourself, to help heal yourself, to help discover yourself. That's just the truth. Because people can't always, most people are not going to show up in a way that you need. Most people are only going to show up to the capacity that they can. And a lot of times that's going to fall short. And then you're going to be disappointed, and then you're going to be rejected. And it's just going to be a big cycle of let me not share anymore with anybody else, or you're just going to expect more people to hurt and reject you, or to just not come through for you. To be honest, you might get more support from unexpected people, and the people that you expect to get the most support from, you may get the least amount of support that's going to actually affect you in a way that's helpful. And it's not because people don't want to be there for you, and it's not because people may not know how to be there for you. Unfortunately, in the world that we're in, people treat you the way that they want to be treated. People don't treat you the way that you need to be treated or the way that you want to be treated. People treat you the way that they want to be treated. People don't treat you the way that you need to be treated or the way that you want to be treated. By the time I was ready to cast my net wide for however many cheerleaders I could actually get, I was already putting in the work. I know now not to focus on being happy. I know now to focus on completing actions that I will be proud of and that will give me concrete results.
Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear or how a road can seem so long, how the world can seem so vast. Courage, see me through. Heart, I'm trusting you on this journey to the past. Somewhere down this road, I know someone's waiting. Years of dreams just can't be wrong. No, arms will open wide. I'll be safe.